Davey 3 Dice Board Games again, following on from the video before from the face-off, from matching up the lines, from listing your team numbers and skills and the lines that you make at the start of the game. We had the opening face-off. I'm going to continue from that on this video. I'm going to show some more movements and some of the actions that can get done. Okay, so looking down at this, move the puck carrier, so the defenseman, left defenseman on the first line there is number 4. He's got a high skill of, he's got a skill level of high. So when you look at the skating forward maximum distance with the left defenseman, he has 16. So we'll pick him up, we'll move him across 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. Okay, we'll get him over the red line there. And then we'll look at we'll move the other defenseman. So the right defenseman's number 18, looking at he's got a low skill. His movement will be 16. We'll just put him forward slightly, 2, 4, 6, 8. And then what we'll do is we'll move this winger from the opposite side on defensive play. So he'll move around, takes him four hexagons to move around the shape, and then moving back, so 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So he's just going to be positioned defensively forward of the puck carrier there. And then lastly, we'll move this left defenseman forward he's going to be looking at picking up the winger as he's coming forward. So we'll just punch him forward a few squares, 2, 4, 6, that should be enough into there. And that's that movement stage done. Okay, action stages can be, as I said, so there's no poke check or body check. He's not moved forward to close that gap to 1 square or no squares. So we'll leave that at that. Looking at that, what we'll do is we'll have the defenseman make a pass. So how a passing action will work, you look at the skill of that player and the passing skill, and then there's a chart that shows you the distance. So the number required for the pass to be complete on a dice roll is from a chart here. So on one side of the chart you'll have the passing skill of the player, and across the top you'll have the distance in hexagons from the puck to the player, the target player. You'll notice that starts at 9, so 9 hexagons going all the way forward. The reason for that is any passes that are made from 8 hexagons or less, there's no requirement for a dice roll, okay? And when we look at this position here, the actual distance is 8 hexagons, so that pass can be completed without any requirement of a dice roll. Okay, so movement, 2 rounds movements. In between the 2 rounds movements, they had the option of an action stage, which didn't get done, and this time we've done an action stage of a pass. Okay, so what we'll do from that point there, on the base of the box, I showed you this in the first video, there's an actual duration chart, okay? And what we do is we put an X on the first square, and that represents 1 minute's played. So each time you do that, rounds of 2 movements, 2 actions, the X gets placed across another square, and that represents a minute, counting down to the 20 minutes for the period. Okay, so we'll go forward again, movement stage. So this guy with the puck. So we worked out from before in the previous video that he has medium skill. So what we'll do is we'll look at his movement with the puck, so he can move 12 hexagons with the puck. So we'll move him forward. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So he gains the opposition's defensive zone. So he's cleared the blue lines and no offside, is the puck carrier. And what we'll say is this defenseman, he can skate backwards. The right defenseman, low skill, so look at his low skill there, skating backwards, so his maximum there is 16. So 14. That's enough. So all he's doing is just tracking that puck carrier back. Happens in the game, as we know. Anybody that's involved with ice hockey will know that. And that's him done that, okay. And then we'll move forward. So we're looking at the offensive team moving forward. So the centerman here, number 11. I can't remember what we said in the last video. He's got a skill of low. So going forward, his is 12, so he can move forward 12 hexagons. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So again, brings him inside the zone. And then the centerman will track him back the same. So going forward, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So again, he's sat in front of him defensively. Can't move within 2 hexagons of that guy without the puck. And then we'll look at 1 movement for each team, okay? So this guy is going forward 16. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. So again, he's cleared the blue line. Defenseman will back up with him, same kind of movement. So he'll just sit in front of him defensively. Again, that 2 hexagon gap. And now we can look at another action stage. Not going to do an action stage again after this movement, okay? So puck carrier is still out on the wing here. Defensive players covering him. Centerman's punched through, driving towards the net. Centerman's tracking him back, and the right winger's gained the blue line as well. Left defenseman's tracking him back. So what we'll do now is we'll just finish off the movement stage. We'll just move these defensemen forward. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So he just gets the touch of the blue line, and then this left winger does the same. Right winger rather. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So again, he's just sat defensively off that other left defenseman. And then we'll finalise the round movements. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Just bring him, sit him back a little bit. The other guy tracking him. And sit off him just there. Okay, so all the movement stage is done. Again, I don't think I'll do an action stage here. And so we'll set it at that. Again, remember, move that X forward. So 2 minutes of play has been played. And that is that. Okay, so the game will just continue with this movement here. And there's lots of options. You know, we spoke about the winger driving wide with a puck there. He could have cut inside. The pass might not have been made initially, so the defenseman would have held the puck. A defensive player could have stepped forward, looked at closing that gap and making a poke check or a body check, which is explained in the rules how that works out. So there's lots of options in this: movements, passing, actions. So many different combinations can be done, and that's that. So I'll stop the video for now, and just a little sample of what can be done with movements and actions there. We'll shut that. The next video we'll carry on. We'll do another round and we'll see if we can get some passing, some checks and some shots on goal. All right, have a good day. Bye.